Hello, everyone. Good morning. And isn't it a lovely morning?
Yeah, stressful morning.
Yes. So it's a big morning here because it's a big week. I don't know, how would you say?
It was a big day yesterday.
Big day yesterday.
Which now is cascaded into a stressful month.
Adam's freaking out. No. It's going to be holding it together. So the big news.
Yeah, we got our buildings all done and finalized, and we are able to start moving in. So we're going to start doing that this month.
At long last.
Yeah, finally.
Feels like it's been years.
It's been a year and change.
It has been quite a long time. We've been talking about it. You guys have been hearing about it, and we've been thinking about it, and finally it's moving time. So there's now a lot of things in process now to involve with that. We can talk some more about that because this might be our last episode. Well, I don't know.
We can do like updates and stuff. Videos of us moving and things like that. I think would be
2 weeks from now is about the time when we want to be moving.
Yeah.
And so whether we do an episode at that time or maybe do something kind of a little bit different, we shall see. Yeah. But look at those tea colors. You like our lovely colors tees. Yes, it's the spring here at USA Gundam.
Yeah.
So we're feeling festive.
Spring collection.
Yes.
It's not last spring, though.
Well,
summer.
Why not?
It's just,
we're in the dead heat of summer.
It's summer and fall. That's all we have here.
And very dry summer it has been here.
Up until recent, for sure. I don't know about you. It hasn't rained. Man, it is. So my pond was like not full at all.
Yeah.
Like it's probably the lowest it's ever been. And in the last week, it's like.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No.
So it's starting to fill up.
No, it's been very dry. Unusually dry, yes. Any rain that we get, it's like a little bit and then done.
Yeah.
No torrential downpours.
Oh, I'm getting torrential.
Anyway, so that's the big news. What else? We're doing this on a Thursday, and we haven't done it in a while. So
it's been.
You were on vacation,
right?
And then I was on vacation, and now we're
back,
all back, and now it's time to move.
Yes.
So that's why we haven't done one in a little while. But hopefully, you guys have. Your summer's been going well. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I mean, aside from the move, a lot of stuff coming and going here. We got this kit in.
Yeah,
I'll show you.
Still have some left right now. But very cool kit.
Stein.
Yeah.
Your favorite, I know.
Yeah. We have
so
now.
You can build this for me then.
3. Yeah. We have 3 different ones, right?
Hey.
The Sanji Stein. We got the original Burka. The narrative, and then the new narrative.
Yeah. Right. We can count.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the 2 different versions of the red ones. Yeah. So anyway, cool kit. I'm excited about it. It is just another variant at the end of the day, but some cool new parts in there, and it's just an awesome kit. So what's not to love? I don't know. Very cool. If you've not built it before, definitely check it out.
Yes.
I would say it's one of the must-build master grades
of this year.
Of all the master grade line.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I would say it's one that everyone should experience.
I thought you were making a joke.
No.
That's, I think, the only one this year, right?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that would be a good joke. Yes, it's the must-build master grade of the year. Yeah, the best and the worst of the year, unfortunately. But what else? I mean, we guess we don't have anything else.
I mean, we've had so much stuff come in since we've been on vacation. So I know there's a lot of stuff that came in when I was gone.
We had the duck and bath set. That was pretty cool.
Which we have another shipment coming. Still somewhat for here or there, but they're going. They'll probably be gone before they even get here too.
That's the box is big. It's huge. Bigger than I was expecting. Yeah. Should have brought one to show you guys, but it's a really big one.
Yes.
Posted. I don't know. I didn't post some pictures of it because we were waiting to get some
more.
Right.
Yeah. We didn't want to post because we were sold out.
Yes.
People would like lose their minds.
Yes. Yeah. We do have more on the way of that. We have our giveaway prize.
Yep.
Here's that for today.
Boom.
Another awesome kit.
Yes.
There. MG Testament.
Out of my collection.
Out of private collection. Yeah. So digging into the private collection for our giveaway.
We got some of the Sky Defenders, right?
Yes.
That's what. Yep. So we got a bunch of those in, which we're getting another shipment in. I think next week.
Yeah, as far as the third-party kits go, that was a big one. The
Yeah.
Aurora, I think we got in probably right around the time of the last
Right.
episode.
Yeah.
I think we may have mentioned that too. That was another big one that we got in.
Next big one is probably that like perfect grade non-tall geese.
The one
tall
that
geese.
looks a bit similar to the tall geese, you might say.
That's probably the next
from
big one.
Nielsen Works.
Yep.
Looking forward to that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff. And as far as like Bandai Gundam stuff, it's mostly been a lot of anything new has been the Seed Freedom kits.
Yeah.
We got the Gyan and the Immortal Justice
and the Freedom. Did the Strike Freedom?
Whatever. Mighty Strike Freedom?
Yeah,
we had that, or that might have come in.
It might come in when I was on vacation, maybe. Or just before. So, yeah.
So many good things are dropping when I can't get anything. It's better than that Zaku that they just previewed. Oh,
yeah.
Talking about from the Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Those kits are coming out soon, I think.
Yeah, some high grade ones.
September, maybe?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff on the way.
Didn't they have like statues of them at San Diego Comic-Con?
Possibly.
I think so.
Not like some sample kits, but just...
I think they had the kit with like the runners, but next to like that display, they had statues
like
of
one like 5 foot tall statue things.
Yeah, that was there too.
I'm sure I saw it. I don't recall. Not super into the designs, but we'll see. Maybe the kits will change my mind.
Yeah,
building the kits. We shall see.
It has happened before.
It has happened that building the kit has changed my mind on the design. Yep. But anyway, so I guess with nothing else too much new to report on at the moment, we can get to questions. We did have a lot of very interesting questions as I saw the questions kind of coming in.
I have found myself not wanting to look at the questions
ahead of time,
right?
Because you like to be surprised.
Yes. Because I used to like just go through them before, but now I'm.
I won't go through them, but I'll just see the alerts pop up on my phone, right?
Yeah.
So like sometimes I'll see them,
and
not always in full, but there were some interesting ones. It looks like going to Instagram first. Any news on the Nielsen Works monument?
We just talked about that.
So it should be coming pretty soon.
Hopefully.
What's your favorite kit overall and favorite kit to build? Well, Adam's is right here.
Yeah, I actually have not built this yet, so
yes.
Which I don't think there's really much change.
There's not much. It's just to be clear for you guys who are maybe not aware. So the new parts that I was referring to, it's new parts for the sleeves markings, the wrist, and the chest. Kind of similar to the RG Shinanju where it's actual separated parts. So there's that. This one comes with the B-Maxes, whereas the original one did not. So but those B-Maxes are from the Shinanju, so it's not like new parts, but new with that mobile suit. Yes. Anyway, so that's kind of the main differences, I think.
Is the blue a different color?
I don't believe so, but I haven't built it yet, so I'll have to see. I'll get back to you on that. But I mean, if it is, it's like slightly different, I would guess. Not by much. The markings would be different too, of course.
Yes.
Anyway, as far as my favorite kit to build overall, I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to answer. There's so many good ones. Let's see. This one, Rogue, left 2 questions. I'm gonna have to delete one of those.
Oh no.
I can't do that. Anyway, okay. All right. How do you manage the delay? That was a good one. How do you manage the delay on third-party kits? To be clear,
that's an interesting question because, like,
those aren't the only things that get delayed. Too, by the way.
So how we delay, like, or how we handle any delays is we have an email that goes out. We'll tag an item with a specific tag in our system that, if it's past the due date, and that tag automatically triggers an email to send every month giving an update. If you're not getting those updates, let us know and we'll make sure that your email's put on there, but it should automatically get put on that list if you order one of those items. So that goes out every month letting you know, hey, the arrival time's updated for this, and it gives you a link to our delayed list, and then what the expected new time frame is for that item. Third-party kits are weird because sometimes they're ready to go, and then sometimes they're like, oh, we're not ready yet. So it's there's not a lot of communication because a lot of these places are just factories in China just making the stuff. So sometimes it can be very difficult getting the right information. I think the glories were one.
In particular, yes.
Yeah. We were told we get all this amount. Then we were told that, maybe we can't get the full amount. And then another factory is like, well, we can't get you that amount, but we'll make them ourselves. And you're like, well, I don't want the ones you're making. I want the original ones. So there's a lot of back and forth, and then finally they ended up fulfilling their promise. But yeah,
sort of.
A lot of it's very interesting dealing with third party stuff a lot of the time.
It's not so organized like Bandai Kotobuki are, like well-oiled machines for the most part, you know, for getting their stuff and communicating, and we are able to like track the shipments, and we can pretty much have an exact idea of when stuff's going to come. But yeah, third-party stuff, it's a lot more like we order it and then it kind of just gets here when it gets here, and then we have it. But yes,
which is also probably why a lot of figures get delayed a lot, because I think even like Good Smile, a lot of their stuff will get delayed, but they're dealing with a lot of the same kind of factories there in China, and they're not manufacturing themselves like Bandai is. And so.
Isn't that something that we've talked about before too, where Good Smile for those figures, they won't, like with Bandai, they're gonna produce 10,000 of this kit. They know that ahead of time, whereas Good Smile will like take pre-orders before they know what their production number is gonna be.
Right.
Yeah. So
and then they decide off those pre-orders. Whereas Bandai will send out a list 6 months in advance, get everyone's order, and then they'll still print based off of that for the most part. But what Bandai, I believe, does too is have a lot of stock already on hand in their warehouses for some stuff as well,
to be able to fill orders.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
So, yeah, that's just part of how it goes.
Yep.
What seems to be the most popular kit out there right now?
The Glory and that Mighty Strike Freedom's been.
Yeah, in terms of what we've been putting out a lot here.
Right. Recently.
A lot of things, though. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of like a little all over the place. That new Megami device, not the Nine Tails, but the other one, the one with the collaboration one. I think it's a collaboration one. Has a swords. It's gray. Well, I can't think of it. She's done very well.
That's a pre-order item right now. Is it the Buso Shinki? It's like blue and gray.
Yep.
One that's a exclusive item too. It's like one of the kits that we get that's like a Kotobukiya web shop exclusive, really? But we get them just kind of normally.
So yeah, flying.
That's that was the first one that they did as a part of their Buso Shinki collaboration Megami device line. Actually, it's a new version. All right, let's see. Brian said, hey guys, I wanted to throw a suggestion for a future competition for custom Gunpla with the Gundam Breaker 4 coming out next month. When the game launches, you should do something along the lines of trying to recreate a custom Gunpla in the game with kit bashing. So like where you make your custom Gunpla in the game and then make it as an actual kit kind of thing. It's a cool idea. Yeah. I know people have done contests like that, similar, and I think even Bandai did something like that, didn't they? Or they just did kind of a collaboration thing.
They did something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was.
For making your Gunpla like from the game. I think that was back when they were promoting like the mobile game.
Yeah,
quite a bit. But yeah, we got the current contest ongoing, the old school contest, which is going very well. We've got like over 140 entries at this point so far, so much more than I expected. So that's good. So check that out. So that'll be going until September 17th. After that, for the next contest, maybe. So it's a good idea.
I always forget Chris has some inside info on the third-party world.
What's the Sky Defender drama? I'm not aware of that, but
you don't remember that?
No.
How like we were supposed to get them at a certain time, and then another store got them like a month earlier.
Oh yes, vaguely, sure. What are your thoughts on the new Atom paints by Emo, and will you ever carry those brands paints?
So I don't know those paints, and I know Ammo, but maybe one day. We saw a lot of MiG stuff, which they're very similar brands. So
yeah, possibly.
No, not MiG, AK.
Yes,
Ammo, MiG is the same thing, right?
Right. Yes.
AK, we saw a lot of AK stuff, which is I mean, they're basically the same items for the most part.
We have a lot of different paint lines,
Mm-hmm.
so it's kind of like more, I don't know, the moving into the new warehouse, we certainly have room for carrying more, I guess, but it's just kind of more items to have to order and keep in stock and kind of more inventory items. So
correct.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Yes. What would you recommend for people just getting into more complex builds? For instance, I'm pretty experienced with HG and MG, but I want to start with PG. So what might be good? Yes.
He wants to start with PG?
No, he's built a lot of HG and MG, but wants to start, wants to try a PG.
Okay.
What would you recommend?
Just go.
Yeah, just build it.
Yeah, Exia was a good one.
I mean, as far as specific kits, yeah, I mean, any of them.
But otherwise, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
What might be good? I feel like he's asking what kit would be a good kit.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm pretty experienced with high grade and master grade, but I want to start birth grade, so what might be good?
Yeah, if you're wanting a kit recommendation, yeah, the Exia would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I get people asking me a lot about like how complex or how difficult it is to put the LED system in either that kit or the unicorn. I'll get asked a lot about. And so if you're worried about that, I mean, basically just take your time, follow the instructions. Building any of the PGs, it's not anything more complicated than an MG. It's just more parts. So, it's the exact same process. Cut the part, put them together according to the manual, repeat just more times with a perfect grade. The LED set, I mean, Bandai's pretty good about making their instructions very clear. So you shouldn't have any problem if you just follow the instructions. But if you're worried about that, maybe go for like the Astray or the Strike. They're really good PGs, but don't have a LED set. Then would be my recommendation. What's a kit that needs a remaster? What would you say?
Full burner, master grade. Master grades from all that line are.
Yeah, the Stardust memory ones. Yes, I would say so. That would be my assessment as well. How often do you replace your hobby knife blades?
Probably every new kit, really.
Yeah?
Yeah. You start a new kit, replace those, and
depends on the kit for me. I usually get like a few HGs every few kits, I would say. Not every single kit. Then I'd be going through knife blades like crazy.
Yeah.
But every couple of kits, yeah, you notice, like once it starts to get more difficult, then you can kind of notice. And then for me, it's like without fail, I think almost every time when I put a new knife blade in, I always poke and or cut myself, because going from that, your hands like used to having a little bit resistance because the knife blade's dull, and then suddenly you switch to a really smooth, sharp blade, and you just always happens to me. Any news on the RG 2.0 Gundam?
I think it's still on track, right?
I mean,
it's not released in Japan yet.
No. Yes, I mean, no, there's not really any news other than that. Just it's coming out,
right?
Which I believe that's also next month, September. Around there should be, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
You a fan? You gonna build one?
No.
All right. I'm looking forward to it though. Let's see. Do you guys have any other hobbies outside of Gunpla and model kit adjacent?
So like I like flying my drone, man.
I like flying my drones.
Yeah, my drone around. I like I like cooking.
Yeah.
Tennis.
Yeah,
Allie.
Not pickleball?
No, pickleballs. No.
Pickleball's
a
Florida
flag on the tennis courts.
You got to be playing pickleball.
No. They had pickleball on the cruise ship.
I bet they did.
I'm
sure they did.
That was wild.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
Yeah, I mean, I do play Minecraft a lot because I'm a nerd.
A little too much, some might say.
That's the deal right there.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. What about you?
Not really.
Trying to get Zach on the mic. So we have a Minecraft server here.
No, you're not.
Trying to get Zach on that sucker. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I see him waning a little bit here and there. He wants to get on.
I'm not crafting. I might be doing a little bit more gaming at home though now, because since we moved, I've had my N64 hooked up, and we play that from time to time, me and my kids. But this past week, I also finally hooked up my Dreamcast and my Wii.
Ooh.
So I have those now. I don't have any modern systems. All I have is older ones. I think the Wii is probably the newest system that I have. But yeah, and also, so my vacation was visiting my parents' house where I grew up, and so I also brought back my old Game Boys too.
Nice.
So I can play those now also, and mostly let my kids play them. Let them experience Pokemon from the beginning. Red and blue.
Good stuff.
Yes. So even though those games are quite worth a good amount of money now.
Really?
So I'll let my kids play them, and then I'll sell them for hundreds of dollars.
Even used?
I mean, they're worth. I mean, even used, they're worth a good amount of money.
I had blue somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I might have a Game Boy somewhere too.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Is it like the old, like the original?
It's Game Boy Color.
Game Boy.
Game Boy Color.
Yeah. I was like you. I'd never had the original one.
No.
I had a Game Boy Color. I had a Game Boy Pocket. I don't know whatever happened to that. I would have assumed that I would have still had it, but apparently I don't. Because in all my old Game Boy stuff, I have 2 Game Boy Colors, 2 Game Boy Advance SPs as the folding Game Boy Advance, and a Game Boy Advance Micro. Did you ever have one of those?
I just had the Game Boy Colors all I had.
The Advance Micro is great. It's so tiny. It's micro.
But I had the Sega one.
Oh yeah, the Game Gear.
Is that what it was called? Yeah, Game Gear.
Right.
Yeah,
I think
had
so.
That too. Yeah.
There was like a handheld Sega though too. So there's different.
So
Game
it was
Gear was
like
a different thing.
it was their thing that they were trying to compete with
Game Boy.
Game Boy. It was the same time frame.
Now I'm confused because there was like a handheld version of the Sega. Then there was also like
I feel like a handheld version of Sega would be more advanced for later years, but I don't know.
And then there was Game Gear. Yeah, I don't know. So, you guys can help me out. I think they're different.
Yeah, it's Game Gear.
The Micro is super expensive now. It's highly sought after. Hey, well, maybe I'll have to sell that too later eventually. But the Micro, it's really tiny though. The screen is very small. But for those Game Boy Advance games, for playing Pokemon on the go, it's great.
Game Gear.
Is it? Is that what you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I was telling Adam, I've hooked up my Dreamcast and tried playing that Gundam side story game on the Dreamcast, and man, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's not easy to play at all, very difficult. And then tried playing Sonic Adventure on there too, which I never played before. I have it. I have a bunch of all my Dreamcast games are basically just burnt copies because those work with the Dreamcast with like a boot disc that my friend made for me years ago, back when I was working at GameStop. Played Sonic Adventure for the first time, and it's also I never played a bunch of Sonic. Did you ever play much Sonic?
Yeah, played a crap ton of Sonic. I had a Sega Genesis. Yeah,
I had a Sega Genesis too, but never had Sonic for it. Interestingly enough,
really?
Yeah, it's kind of like the Sonic game or the Sega game.
It came with it.
Mine didn't.
Yeah, it came with Sonic.
I don't remember mine. I never had Sonic on the Sega Genesis. I had a very short list of games. I had Primal Rage, which was like the main game that I played a ton of, and some Garfield game for the Sega Genesis, which was really fun. Maybe
they put different. They had like I swear every Sega Genesis came with Sonic.
I don't know. At least mine didn't. I don't know.
All right.
For Sega, I only had a couple of games. I had the Sega CD though too. I only had a couple of games for that.
Had that.
That only ever had a handful of games.
That thing didn't.
But did you ever play it? One of the games I had was the Jurassic Park game. Did you ever play that?
Which one was that? Was the one where you could be the raptor?
No, it's like a point and click.
Oh,
like adventure kind of point and click kind of game.
No.
That one you're thinking of is like it's like a side-scrolling game.
Yeah, right? I'm sure that was probably for Genesis.
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Sega Genesis comes with Sonic. At least mine did. Well, I don't know. Mine didn't, as far as I can remember. All right. So
parents got his used and then didn't tell him.
Maybe. I don't know. Good on them if they did. Sure, why not? Do you plan to release any other model kit created by the store, like the Apex model kit?
Yeah, that's what I was scrolling through.
Actually, yeah.
This is currently in the works. I don't know how well. Where's
you can see sort of like a Mech Warrior sort of design. angle it, get less light on it. There you go. Yeah.
So yeah, that's currently in the process. The goal is to have a few different BattleBot, Mech Warrior type,
kind of like 30 minutes missions, sort of interchangeable parts that you can have
for it. But not humanoid.
So if you're thirsty for that type of mecha, which we don't see model kits of that kind of mecha very much, so it will definitely be unique. What's your favorite Olympic sport to watch? Oh yeah, right, the Olympics are going on.
So Summer Olympics,
yes,
would be
skateboarding.
No,
I saw that Japanese guy won again.
Did he?
Yeah,
good for him.
Yeah.
It's hard for summer because I don't really watch summer that much. I mean, everyone watches swimming, but I mean, it's like
swimming's good.
2 seconds and it's over for most of them. But like winter, I love watching the curling.
I was gonna say winter. I know it's gotta be curling.
I like that, and I
forget
what it's called, but it's the ski jump
for the long distance. Go off that massive
and just
jump.
Fly like they're flying.
Yeah,
I think it's the long jump, but it's called something else. I don't think it's called long jump. I do enjoy watching that a lot, but summer
impressive. Yeah,
I don't know. Summer is just
like winter has. I mean, like the snowboarding half pipe is also really cool to watch. Winter has a lot more fun to watch sports.
Right.
Like summer is like swimming, running.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And when
throwing a ball, throwing a disc,
racing, when they're skiing downhill, like the timed race, where they're going individually, and those people wipe out. They wipe out. Like that's fun to watch too.
Speed skating is also crazy.
Yeah,
they go like 100 miles an hour.
Right. So winter's so much better.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, if you like basketball or
I forgot that there's like team sports too.
Which we almost lost. Tennis. Is there soccer?
I would imagine so. Yes. Yeah. Definitely there is. Yeah.
Yeah. So soccer.
Football, please.
There's no. Well, I mean, American
soccer. Right.
What else is there? Swimming.
Is there rowing?
Gymnastics is all right. There's rowing, but they don't really ever show that.
I'm sure it's shown. Many people don't watch it. Maybe
I was watching team volleyball the other day. That was
beach volleyball.
No, it wasn't beach. It was the guys.
There is beach volleyball though too, right? There's indoor and beach.
Yeah,
I think
there's indoor and beach. Yeah. I know
track and field. Like the gymnastics too is usually pretty cool
gymnastics
to watch.
Is fun.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah,
I mean it's all impressive. But I mean the gymnastics is pretty crazy.
Yeah, probably gymnastics then probably. I do like watching like the one guy that didn't do any of the other events. Did you see him?
What? No.
So there's a guy on our team, the U.S. team, didn't do any of the other like gymnastic stuff. He had one job. I think it was like the horse or something or whatever it was.
Yeah, because normally they do like a couple of different things.
Yeah, and then he just sat the whole time, then got up, did his thing, crushed it, and did a good job.
All right, there you go. Specialized.
Yes.
LA and 28 will have flag football. Okay, interesting. That sounds like a joke, but apparently I don't know. I'll take Chris's word.
Is fun too.
Track and field, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like it's running, throwing, jumping.
Right.
High jump's pretty cool.
High jump is crazy. Intense.
All right. Anyway, if you were going to compete in an Olympic sport, what would you go for? Curling.
Are we going off of
not your current athletic
status?
Like just
I mean, if I could know it really well and everything, curling would be fun. I feel like you get to yell and scream. And broom real fast. And
that was quite the fun meme when they had the Winter Olympics. I think that was in Korea at the time, and I don't know if it was much of a meme around the world, but at least in Korea it became quite the meme of the women's curling team, because the way that she kept yelling, especially like at one of the members, yum yeah. It's like everybody made a big joke about it at the time, and she became like really famous.
Good for her.
Yes, it was very funny, but I don't know, like outside of Korea, I don't know if it was.
No, I don't remember seeing
people
that,
paid much attention to that, but all right. Which Astray model? Where'd that go? I just lost that question. There it is. Which Astray model is the favorite of USA Gundam?
Dragon.
I was gonna say the D, the blue one.
With all the blades?
Yes.
That's your favorite?
That's probably my favorite, yeah.
I like the Dragon. Only because we have that metal build one. It looks really nice in the storefront.
Yes, right. That's fine.
That's fine.
The reds, the color scheme of the reds is always a bit boring for me because it's just candy cane color. The blue one's nice because you have not only the white and blue, but then the orange as well as a nice orange accent color.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
You're like completely destroyed by it.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Like, good job. All right.
What's going on with Instagram though? Why is it not loading?
It did this before, didn't it?
Didn't it? Something was kind of funky.
Yeah, it did this before where it like would only load a few, and then it like.
So we're supposed to have 72 comments on there. It only loads like the first 20. Here we go. Now it's working.
Yeah, come on.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Zuck.
The Zuck needs to get his Instagram working.
What's your favorite grade to build?
Master grade.
High grade for me. What's the best way to start and master airbrushing?
Just do it.
Yeah. Nike said it best, I think. Just do it. But yeah, it's really not as intimidating as it seems. It kind of seems like there's a lot of stuff you have to know about it, but not really.
And it's not like we're not painting super fine lines, really.
Yeah.
99.9% of the time, modelers don't do that.
And you're not like a professional, like working for like LucasArts or something like that, where you're making like mock figures that are used in a film or something. I don't know, but
yeah. So I mean, you're usually just painting one color on a part, mask it, then paint another color. You're usually not,
and not even necessarily have to do that masking.
Yeah.
I avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Yes, it's quite simple. And if you're worried about like your paint, thinner ratios, and all this kind of stuff, I mean that too. I'd always just eyeball it. I don't even measure it out. But I mean, you can.
You just eyeball it? No.
Yeah. You can tell if you're spraying and it's not spraying properly. You can tell, or you should be able to figure it out pretty quickly. So, yeah. How much is too much when it comes to weathering, in your opinion? There definitely is such a thing as too much, and the best way to avoid that is to go very light, because you can always build up more, but it's much more difficult to remove weathering if you just go to town right from the start and you're just like slopping on your weathering, whatever it is. I mean, kind of depends on the model kit. If it's like a tank, I feel like there's more leeway to like slop stuff on there, but yeah, generally less is more, and then you can just build up as you go. Also, a variety of techniques is really important for like realistic weathering. You can't just only do like sponge chipping with one color and then call it a day. It's not going to look good.
It's going to look like you did it with one color, sponge chipping.
Right. So that's the thing, is like go very light and use like at least 2 or 3 different paints or techniques or something in there in order to kind of build it up. That's the thing. Weathering is like a war of attrition.
Yeah.
Building up more stuff, and then like eventually you get it to a point where you're happy with it. Do you think it's necessary to sand every surface a lot before painting? I started doing this because people say it helps with paint adhesion, but I wonder whether or not it's just a myth.
So I have never done it, and I've never had paint peel off.
And I've done both, and I have had paint chip off noticeably easier on parts that are less sanded. So I would say, while it's not 100% necessary, I think it helps, although I don't do it all the time.
He only does it with the kits that he wants to play around with.
I don't do that too, which is the other important thing, is that once the kit's painted, I don't move stuff around a lot, just because I don't want to.
That's usually what causes most of the paint
have that
problems.
Yeah. But yeah, like Chris is saying, it 100% helps. Is it 100% necessary? No. But does it help? Yeah. So, and also, you don't need to sand every single surface, every single like nook and cranny. Some people get like really intense about that. I don't. I mean, there's any kind of surface that's easy enough to get to. The other reason why it's important, I would say, aside from the paint, is that there's a lot of small imperfections in the parts and the plastic and stuff. Like you'll have a little mold line like right along the edge of a part. Things like that, the sanding will will get rid of where you may not have noticed
Right.
until you get the paint on, and then after that, it's like, do I ignore it or sand it now and then have to repaint again? So, yes, sanding, I would say, is important to do at least a little bit. Okay. What's your modeling pet peeve? As a straight builder, I hate when newer kits come with V crotch stickers. It's like a sticker for the little V on the PP part.
Thanks, Dad.
Yes.
My pet.
Your pet peeve.
Pet peeve.
Oh, I guess not like I guess he's referring to like not something that like other people do, but like something about a model. Like if you got a model and you're building it, what's something that you would be like, I don't like that, or you would be disappointed about when building a model?
You know what I really hate on almost every model kit is the little nub on the top of the V fin that you have to sharpen off or cut off, or
the safety flag.
Yeah,
sure, on like HG kits.
Yeah,
yes,
they're on Master Grade kits too. Some
are there?
There are some. That's usually all I build, and they're on there sometimes, and it makes me angry.
I would have to.
You know what? I will show you next.
I would need a fact check on that one.
So I haven't really built any high grades. So.
That's true enough. Generally, I thought that Master Grades don't have that. But
you know what one definitely had it? I think it was the original Freedom, not the new 2.0.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if any of them had it, I'm thinking it's maybe some of the older ones.
Yeah, I think that had it. The original Strike definitely had it, not the remaster version. I'm trying to think what else. I'll get you pictures.
Yeah, I don't know. Any of the older Master Grades that I can think of that I've built, like the 8th MS Team ones and like the Gundam 04, 05, like some of the earlier ones, I don't think had that. But anyway, I take your point. Yeah, that's that. They're not. They're a bit stressful to get rid of those because you're like trying to sand and file the tiny little part on there, and you're worried about breaking the V fin, which is always a constant concern. Yes, so I understand. For me, yes, this is an easy one. Actually, it's when the mold line goes across a part, like across like a very fine detail, where I don't know, I wouldn't be able to show you like any good example, but where you have like a part that has like a really tiny little like raised detail on it, and the mold line goes straight through that. So in order to try to like sand away the mold line, you have to be like very carefully sand around this tiny little detail.
Yeah.
Or just get rid of the detail entirely and then like put it back on with like plot plate or whatever.
Right.
So I hate that. Definitely. That's always annoying. Mold lines. Seam lines are, a thing that you have to deal with, but mold lines can be so much more annoying.
Jeremy's question, he said.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to find here. What would you do if you were expected or required to participate in the creation of a new Gundam universe? What design aesthetic would you go with? Moy, the designer of the Nachin tanks, have you seen some of his Gundam designs before?
Mm-hmm.
He has some really cool kind of Gundam designs that would be cool to see. I don't know if I'd be able to show you an example if I tried to look one up real quick, but check him out on Twitter, I would say. Are you also upset with the lack of IBO and Witch from Mercury MGs? I mean, it would be nice to have some.
I think every time we predict what will come out when they make announcements, we always predict there might be a Master Grade IBO. So
hopefully at some point, yes.
I mean, Witch from Mercury, I'm sure they'll make a aerial
MG.
I would assume that would be sooner than later.
You would think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm upset about it, but yeah, it would be nice to have some more IBO and or Witch from Mercury MGs, of course, or just more MGs in general.
Yeah.
But hopefully that's something that Bandai is kind of taking note of, and maybe will alter their course a little bit in the coming years. We shall see. Let's see. Best HG kit so far this year. Having built a few more of them than Adam has, I will say the entire HG Seed Freedom line has been really, really good.
Yeah.
So take your pick of any of those. They're all really, really nice. Well, I will say the Immortal Justice very few stickers. When a couple of them have been kind of quite sticker heavy. Yeah, especially like on the backpacks and stuff. But the Immortal Justice has like next to no stickers other than like head and eye cameras. So if you don't like stickers and you want a really good quality build, the Immortal Justice seems like that might be a good one to check out. Did y'all ever build the Motoroid Thunderjaw kit? Thoughts if you have?
No, I think I was supposed to build Zach's.
Well, you have yours. I don't have one.
Wasn't I supposed to build it? And
you were
supposed to review or something.
Yeah. Maybe it's something that you can work on during the move.
Yeah.
Something.
I'll just let you guys do all the work, and I'll just sit back and build my Thunderjaw.
Have a little table set out outside with the umbrella.
Yeah.
While we're going back and forth. Again, just a reminder to you guys too, the new warehouse is literally right next door. You can throw a stone and hit it from here. So while it's a lot of stuff to move, at least we don't have to move it far. It's just wheel everything over there. What's with the upcoming release of the RG 2.0 Gundam just around the corner, do you think the RG Shinanju might get the 2.0 treatment? I would say no. I would say if we're going to have any other 2.0 RG kit's probably going to be the Zaku. Yeah, would be my guess. What recent P Bandai kit should have been a full release?
Still say the Mark V. That was, but
yeah. I would imagine this may or may not have been prompted by. I just built the HGG line kit, just reviewed that. It was really cool. It's another one like the Wound War where it's a completely new original kit as a P Bandai kit. So anytime like that where it's a completely new kit, I wish it would be a full release. Even something like the G line, I think probably from Bandai's perspective, they're thinking like it's a obscure design that from a game that most people won't know. But I think my opinion would be that if it's a cool design and it's a good quality kit, people will buy it. Even if they don't necessarily know like what it's from.
I wonder what the ratio is from people in Japan that watch the shows that build the kits versus here in the States that watch the shows and build the kits.
Well, I think their calculation on that is related to kids and people buying the kits at physical stores. Like kids with their parents going to stores, model stores, toy stores, seeing a cool kit on the shelf that they saw in the cartoon and then wanting to have it. Yeah. I think they consider that quite a lot, where we don't have, that's not a factor here. Because number one, we don't have very many actual physical stores that people go into. And number two, it's a market, it's much more, less kids buying model kits here compared to in Japan. I think. But, without being in the boardrooms there at Bandai, can't know for sure. But yeah, I think that probably goes into their calculation. And a lot more people, are just picking up stuff that they liked from whatever popular anime. All right, let's see. Should the RG R78 weapon set been included in the base kit? I mean, of course, that would have been nice if you've seen that about that weapon set, for the RG. So in case you guys haven't seen, there's a weapon set. It's a P Bandai weapon set for the new RG Gundam that includes like the Gundam hammer, a second bazooka. It does come with a bazooka, but the weapon set comes with a second one, so it can do the two bazooka thing. What else? It comes with like a curved beam effect part, the beam saber,
mace, or the
Gundam
ball?
hammer. Yes,
that's the hammer.
Yes, it's called a hammer for some reason. I don't know. Yes. What else? There's a couple more parts. Oh, the napalm launcher for the beam rifle. So there's some cool stuff in there. Should it have been included? I mean, yeah, it would have been nice. I mean, a second bazooka, maybe not necessarily, but like the hammer, the napalm launcher.
Yeah, but how are they going to make money?
Yeah, so that's fine. Oh yeah, and the
beam lance.
Yes, not a, what's it called? Javelin. Beam javelin. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What nippers y'all use and recommend besides the God Hands?
USA Gundam Nippers.
Of course.
They are the best, I would say, on the market. Boom.
There you go. It's what I use on all my kits, so there you go. What do you think is the fastest mobile suit in any series? I believe it's the V2, canonically.
Sure.
So there you go. What's an RG kit you would recommend building?
Epion.
Epion's good. Yes.
It's new, like very new.
Why is Chris sending me this? Why are you sending me pictures of the Zaku, Chris? I don't know. Okay. Anyway. Let's see. How long do you wait for a part with putty to dry before painting? I would give it at least overnight. It's pretty much
that's what I do.
12 to 24 hours at least. What do you think of the new Raider of Shadows kit being a guy? I was a little surprised, but it looks cool. The MS General Raider of Shadow kit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't sell as well
right.
as the female ones, but there's definitely a lot of people out there. I've seen from a lot of comments that they wish that there was more guy model kits as well. So for those people, they should be happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it won't sell as well as the girl ones.
Right.
What Gundam series would you like to see made into a live action? I mean, probably none, if I'm being honest, but 8th MS Team seems like it'd be a good one since it's already kind of a bit more realistic.
Any Gundam series that doesn't have the Gundams in it as much.
Huh? Okay. So like Turn A would be another good one then too.
Yeah.
I guess in that case.
Because then it's more of a, it's not.
The story's more based around like the characters than like the action.
Yeah, I feel like that would do it better as live action, especially if you have not a high budget.
Yeah, I mean, but again, I'm kind of fine with that not happening.
Yeah.
To be honest. Will Bandai, Gerardo asked, will Bandai reprint the MGDO? In theory, yeah, someday. Any summer vacations? Well, we both already had ours.
Yeah.
You had a couple and you're done now, right?
Yeah, I had 3 in a month and a week time frame.
Yes.
It was a summer of vacations for me.
Now it's vacation's over.
Yeah.
Now
it's go.
Yes. And yeah, no more vacation other than my vacation to visit my parents there, which was nice. The first like real vacation that I've had
since
moving in like 3 years. And then even before that, I can't remember my last vacation before that too.
He's lucky he even got that vacation out.
Yes. I had to put in buku overtime. Let's see. What was that? What's a modeling technique you've yet to try but want to?
Chipping. I've never done chipping.
Modeling technique that I've yet to try. Oil paints. Yeah, using oil paints for your weathering is something that I've been meaning to try for a long time and still not done it. So yes, that's something kind of like how people are like afraid to try airbrushing. That's how I am with oil paints. I feel like they're just oil paints can be such a mess. I know from my experience of like painting with oil paints that I'm really nervous about putting them on my model kits, but I just need to get over it and try it. I've been getting more and more into third-party kits. How does the store decide which kits to stock? How do you decide which of those third-party kits to stock?
Usually we'll put up most stuff up for pre-order. And then depending how well they did in pre-order is the deciding factor of how many we get.
So if it's up for pre-order, we will get it. It's not
as long as one's been ordered, we'll get it. But it's usually if we can get it, it goes up for pre-order. There's some third-party kits that sometimes are a little bit more difficult to get, but I think pretty much nowadays we can get most anything. But that's how we decide how many we order, and what we're ordering is based off of pre-orders.
Yes. If there was one third-party kit, on that note, it's a good follow-up question. If there's one third-party kit that you'd recommend, what would it be? Drew asked.
Any of the In-Era kits are pretty good. So I would definitely get one of those, or that Sky Defender.
That Aurora kit also looks pretty dope.
It's an era kit.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
well, there you go. Yeah. What's your favorite veggie? Andrew asked. Nice food question here.
So I use onions a lot.
Same.
But my favorite veggie to eat would probably be a sweet potato.
Sweet potatoes are good. I cannot understand why some people don't like sweet potatoes. It's the weirdest thing to me. But
Yeah, it's nature's candy.
I know. Although I will say, growing up, I didn't eat sweet potatoes that much.
Really?
As far as I can remember, we didn't. But in Korea, they eat them a lot.
Yeah.
And so that's like, since living there, I eat sweet potatoes a lot more than I ever did, I think. But that's the case with a lot of foods, I feel like. Korean staple, yes, as Chris said, of course. And interestingly, the Korean sweet potatoes do taste different than the ones we have here. A little bit different variety, slightly different. Although other favorite veggies, I mean, I kind of like them all. I think it would be easier to say, like, what's your least favorite? In that case, it would be 3, 2, 1.
Rutabaga.
Brussels sprouts.
You don't like Brussels sprouts?
Not really.
What?
Not
Do you like
particularly.
cabbage?
Yeah, cabbage is fine.
That's all it is, a little cabbage.
It's a little cabbage that tastes like
cabbage.
not really.
Huh.
Uh-uh.
Wow.
Rutabaga?
I've never had one.
I was going to say, I don't even know if I know what that tastes like.
I really don't like broccoli a lot.
Really?
Actually.
I love broccoli. Broccoli's good.
Cauliflower, I will eat. Broccoli, I will eat. I like broccoli when it's like soaked in sauces.
Ooh.
Like stir fry, because it gets all the sauce in it.
Yeah.
But I can't eat steamed broccoli, just eat it.
Mm.
Or even broccoli with cheese is gross.
What about like broccoli salad, where it's like raw, uncooked broccoli, but like with a bunch of sauce and stuff?
Yeah, no.
Cool. I like broccoli salad. While I was at home in my parents' house, that was one of the things I insisted my mom make is broccoli salad.
Brussels sprouts, I never really, when I married, well, not married, before I married my wife, when me and my wife got together, she
likes cooking Brussels sprouts?
She likes Brussels sprouts.
She would.
So.
Broccoli, I love broccoli in all varieties, but interestingly, another Korean twist on broccoli is that Koreans usually eat broccoli steamed and then dipped. They dip the broccoli in like a gochujang. It's like a spicy pepper sauce.
Interesting.
Yes.
Sounds actually pretty good.
So when my wife's mother was visiting us and we had just regular steamed broccoli, we had to give her some sauce to dip it in.
Grilled sunflower? What is that?
I've heard of that. I'm not sure if I've ever had it before.
Like the actual sunflower?
Yeah, it's like the whole like head of the sunflower is like grilled.
That is weird.
And then I don't know exactly how it's eaten, or I don't know. It's very weird.
I'm just picturing a bunch of hard seeds.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
it's something different. I don't know. I'd be interested to try it, I guess. I don't know. Bok choy is good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's like a cabbage that actually has like a bit more meat on its bones, basically.
Brussels sprouts on his toast.
Who eats Brussels sprouts on toast?
Chris made this as teacher. That's a little weird.
That sounds dumb. Fried cauliflower.
It's not bad. Fried cauliflower.
Yeah. Corn's fantastic. Carrots are good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of good vegetables out there.
Yeah.
They deserve some love.
I'm big on the cooked vegetables.
Do your kids like vegetables?
Yeah, I like the vegetables.
Good.
Green beans. I like green beans.
Mm-hmm. You like edamame?
So, have I told you this story?
I don't know, but I have a story too. Edamame, go ahead. I think maybe
first dinner when I met my wife and her mom cooked for me. She made edamame, and it was the grossest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
What?
And I've never had edamame since. But Ava eats edamame all the time. She loves it.
Or just raw, right? She just pops it out and just eats it.
Yeah. Mother-in-law cooked it, and it was...
I'm not sure I've ever had it cooked.
She's a great cook.
Yeah.
But it was the first meal she ever made for me, and like no one ate it. Everyone thought it was nasty.
Because, I mean, if you're going to cook it, just cook green beans, I feel like.
Green beans are savage plants in the garden.
Yeah. I don't know. Okra is something I never really... I don't know if I've ever had it until I moved here to Florida. I had it one time here.
Fried okra?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. I mean, it's okay.
It's like a barbecue restaurant
staple. Yeah. But my edamame story is one time I was in Japan with some friends while we were living in Korea, and we went to Japan for a trip. And this one friend, he's like the most New York guy you would ever imagine.
Right.
He's from New York. And it seemed like every 5 minutes, basically because there's convenience stores everywhere. So anytime we passed a convenience store, he's going in to buy edamame. Always buying edamames, just like pop into the whole time.
Really?
Had to go in there, edamame. So it's just like the whole trip. We were there for like 3-4 days, I think, for that trip. And he's just popping edamame the whole time. And because they give it to you, I think it started because we, like, the first night we arrived, we went to like a bar, and they often give you edamame as like a drinking snack to have. And he was eating it there and just like fell in love. And then the whole rest of the trip, he just ate edamame nonstop from the convenience stores.
Huh.
Yes.
Interesting.
Loved it.
Good
but
for him.
It's good. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that crazy about it. He was very much in love with it.
It's just a bean, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, I'm probably exactly the way that Ava eats it. You just have your
just pops it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anyway, a must-visit place in Japan for Gundam plastic model fans.
That's all you.
Yes. Well, if you can go during the Shizuoka Hobby Show, or like any big hobby show, the Shizuoka is the one that I've been to and I can like attest to. If you can go in early May when the Shizuoka Hobby Show is on, go to that because it's incredible. The hobby show part is cool. You see all the new products from the companies, but then they have the like twice as big, massive showroom of just everybody, like all these different clubs from all over Japan come and bring their works, so you can see. There's some like work in progress, but a lot of it's like finished works and stuff too. And so there's a lot of really cool stuff to see. It's amazing. But otherwise, if you're just going at any other time during the year, going to Odaiba to see the 1-to-1 scale unicorn, of course, is cool. That's something you kind of have to see.
Yeah.
And then otherwise, Akihabara, just going around Akihabara, visiting the shops and everything there. It's probably the must-visit place. There at Odaiba, this is the big mistake people make, is they go to the Gundam base store there, which is cool. Visit the Gundam base there at the big Gundam, but don't buy any Gunpla there other than like Gundam base exclusives, stuff that you can only get there. Anything else you can buy for cheaper in Akihabara. So it's a little heads up on that. Here's a good one. Here, what Western mecha IPs do you think need some more model kit action? I'm voting for BattleTech Mech Warrior. There you go.
My head's calculating right now. Western BattleTech Mech Warrior.
Well, anyway, what Josh wants, yes, is what we're doing. Kind of what we're
so it's literally what we're doing.
Yes. So that's good for Josh.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what other
John. Sorry.
Yeah, what other Western mecha
stuff
there is. There's what Pacific Rim. There's which is probably most popular.
Mm.
There's a Netflix anime cartoon type thing that had
was it in Love, Death, and Robots?
No. It was like an anime, but it was a Netflix thing. Michael B. Jordan was voiced in it.
Wasn't that like a Godzilla thing?
No. Was it Godzilla?
I
think so.
I feel like I vaguely remember what you're talking about.
But yeah,
Hawken? Is that it? I don't know. I don't know what that is.
But you know what would be really good to have from like video games would be
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Well, yeah, but they've started making those.
Yeah.
Didn't they have another one of those kits shown off somewhere?
Not that I can remember.
I swear they did. What's the video game? The one where like you're a soldier and you can get in it and stuff. They made like 2 of them or 3 of them. I can't think of the name of it.
You've mentioned it before. I think we've had a similar question. I can't think of the name of it either. I never played it, but I know what you're talking about.
Crap, I can't. I'm sure the chat will help me here.
It's I don't know, Sky?
Titanfall. Thank you. Yes.
Right.
That would be a pretty decent one. I think those mechas are pretty cool.
Mm. Yeah, and the one that I always mention is like the District 9 mech too, or Chappie. Yeah. Those ones, not necessarily from like a series or anything, but from those movies.
One-offs.
So I wouldn't say it's like a mecha IP,
right?
Like mecha from anyway, Western movie. Let's see. What's the most difficult part of picking and packing orders?
It's actually not. It's probably just walking to the location items at probably. And I feel like sometimes people have a hard time scanning the barcode on the item for some reason because they'll not scan it.
It's been pretty good for a while. We haven't had any issue.
Yeah,
I mean, every so often, I mean, somebody makes a mistake.
Right.
It happens when they're picking, hundreds of items
right.
a day.
I mean, it's pretty easy.
It can happen.
The way our system is.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite color?
I saw that question there, too.
I didn't want you to skip that because I don't know your favorite colors. Let's see if I can guess it. And then let's see if you can guess mine. So, I don't think you're like a blue-red kind of guy. Purple.
Nope. I know yours.
No, you don't.
Red.
Nope.
Mauve.
Nope.
Maroon.
Mm-mm.
Salmon. No. I don't know. I don't remember what this is from, but it was from some movie or something like that. Where it's like, my favorite color? I don't have a favorite color. I'm not 6. So that's what my usual go-to answer is when people ask me my favorite color. I don't have a favorite color. I'm not 6.
You don't have a favorite color at all?
No, I don't have
really?
a favorite color, no. Yeah. And I'm also not a weirdo like Elon Musk, and I don't have a color that I dislike either. I just recently heard something that apparently he doesn't like the color yellow, and people that work for him are not allowed to wear yellow or something like that.
I feel like that's one of them fake news stories.
I feel like it's one of those things that like he just started doing just to be a little bit weird and
maybe
eccentric. Like, I don't like people to wear yellow.
But
okay, cool, bro. Someone fact check that.
Yeah,
verify.
I don't know. That sounds weird.
Just does it really though?
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it sounds weird, but does it sound unbelievable?
No, that's the sad part.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I feel like, yeah.
Okay.
Teal.
Teal.
Green or teal.
Okay. Yeah. No, I just don't really have one. Sorry.
Tabs in the purple.
Mm-hmm. I would say anyway, though, just back to the question real quick about what's the most difficult part of picking and packing orders. From what I've observed, I would say probably the most difficult thing for packing orders is when they have a lot of different sized boxes in an order. It's like Bandai's pretty good about making their boxes pretty like uniform most of the time. But if it's like an order that has like a PG and like a third party kit, that's like a totally different size box. And that makes it more complicated for them when they have to kind of Tetris the boxes into the box to try to make it as small as possible, right? But otherwise, as far as picking goes, picking's pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's nothing really too complicated with that. What's your favorite Gundam Seed mobile suit? You're the Seed fan. What's your favorite mobile suit?
Seed?
Buster.
The original Freedom.
Hey, there you go. It's a freedom-loving American over here.
I like the Freedom with the 2 cannons on the back.
With the toucan on the back?
2 cannons. The toucan Sam.
That's my daughter's favorite animal, I think, or one of her favorite animals. She likes toucans a lot for some reason.
Is Toucan Sam still on Fruit Loops?
Probably, unless he got canceled by the woke mob.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Down with the toucan.
Yeah. I would guess so. Yeah, I would think so.
I haven't seen that forever. I haven't even seen any commercials for Fruit Loops in forever.
Well, I haven't seen many cereal commercials in general, thank God.
Yeah. Huh. Where's our childhood gone?
I don't know. I asked my wife the other day if she knows what Tony the Tiger's name is in Korean. What if it's Tony or not? She didn't know, so I was disappointed.
Did she not know who Tony the Tiger was?
She did know who he was, but she didn't know that his name is Tony, and she doesn't know what the Korean name is either.
Does she know his catchphrase?
I don't know, because I don't know if they have that in Korea too. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you think we'll ever get an anime for Wing G Unit? No. Also, don't think so. But it would be cool. Yeah. Some cool designs. What would be the best displays for your Gundam kits? I mean, like
it used to be the Detloff things or whatever they're called, but now
Detolf.
Yeah, they don't even sell those anymore, right?
Do they not?
I think the guy that made them didn't want. I heard this somewhere.
Oh, really?
Didn't want that. I don't think they sell them anymore. I could be wrong.
Okay.
I'm going to IKEA Saturday. So
I'll really?
Yeah.
I might have a list, a couple of things I want you to pick up for me while you're there.
That's fine. I can do that. Send me the list.
we've gone, like when we first moved, I feel like we went at least once a month.
Yeah.
Because we were buying stuff for our house all the time. We haven't been going that much recently, but we do love IKEA. Yeah. Which do you like more, Milliput or Tamiya's epoxy putty?
I've only used Milliput for epoxy putty, but I use Tamiya's basic putty all the time.
And it's the exact opposite for me. I've never used Milliput, and I've only ever used Tamiya, and it works fine. So, I mean, as far as I know, you kind of can't go wrong. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but they work, similarly and are both used very widely. So, I mean, I would assume either one is a good bet. Oh, yeah, here's the other one I wanted to pass to you from Ethan. How did that go? This is Ethan. Disney World or Universal Studios? That's definitely one for you. You're the park guy.
Disney.
Yeah. What about Disneyland or Universal Studios?
I've never been to Disneyland, but probably Universal Studios or Disneyland because they're way smaller.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, it's kind of.
I've never been there. You've been there, right?
What?
Disneyland?
No, in California?
Yeah. No? Well, I think you've gone there.
Yeah, not me.
I heard it's really small.
Yeah. I would say it's probably hard to put anything against Disney World.
Yeah, it's kind of not fair.
Yeah.
Universal Studios is fun. It is their Islands of Adventure is a fun park.
Universal Studios is, of course, I think more tailored for and more fun for older people.
Yeah.
Right.
There's more roller coasters and
you got like Jaws, Jurassic Park, Indy. Is there still
Harry
Indiana
Potter.
Jones?
No, I don't think Indiana Jones was ever there.
What? Indiana Jones. It was the whole Indiana Jones ride at Universal Studios, wasn't it?
There's a Indiana Jones experience it used to be MGM, Disney's MGM. Now it's Disney Hollywood Studios. 'Cause I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong.
Man,
I don't remember Indiana Jones at Universal.
We're keeping the fact checkers busy on this episode.
I don't remember. Did they even fact check the last thing?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
No, they didn't. I'm pretty sure there was a King Kong, and I think there's a new King Kong. I don't remember there being Indiana.
Yeah, Miguel says there's not.
Yeah.
Was there at like Universal Studios in Japan or something? Because I've not been to Universal Studios here, but I've been to the one in Japan.
Maybe.
So maybe that's why I'm thinking.
Because here it's at
there's a ride
Disney
at
Hollywood Studios.
So there's a Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland. Maybe that's why I'm confused. I don't know.
Disneyland, maybe. Because here it's just a show. You sit down.
Oh yeah, right.
And they talk about all like the props and how it works and timing with things.
They do like a kind of stunt show.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Yeah.
Right. All right. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I've only been to Universal Studios in Japan twice.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big park guy. I don't really like it. It's not that fun for me. I don't know. I'd much rather go to like a zoo or an aquarium or something.
Really?
Yeah. Parks, I mean, you're just walking around all day long. It's like a 10-minute walk to go from one thing to the next, and then you're just standing in line, and then you're just spending more money, and then like the ride's like 2 seconds long. I don't know.
Do Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, I have been to Animal Kingdom.
Big old zoo with rides.
Yeah, when I was 18.
Don't do Busch Gardens.
Yeah.
I went to Busch Gardens recently, and it's not what it used to be. I remembered it as a kid being way... I told you about that.
Yes.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah,
sad.
Any idea why GBWC is not open in USA yet? I believe it is. And like just one of the kits I just opened up the other day, there was a GBWC flyer in there. So
are they putting them all inside the kits now?
Well, actually, I didn't look that closely. Or it might have been from Japan, so it might have been a Japanese one. Actually, I don't recall.
Because here we used to have to put them in our orders. They would send us the flyers.
No.
And then we would put them in for.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But like GBWC here in the US used to end in like October, November, I think around there. It was like one of the last ones.
Yeah.
But now it's like beginning of next year. It's like May or March or April or something, I think is what I heard. So it's going to be kind of changing. So I don't know. I would just say just stay tuned to the website for more info on that. All right. Any news on if they're going to reprint the Deep Striker? Have you seen the Deep Striker come up on any reprint lists?
At least not through.
Yeah.
Are we up to December now? I think so.
Maybe, yeah. Through pretty much the end of the
year. Not this
year. Mm-hmm.
Maybe next year. They've only had one print of that.
Mm. Are you guys interested in picking up any trading card games? Adam has been...
Not trading card games.
There's a new trading card series that has been into lately.
Not a game. Not a game.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's the deck of cards that you could play.
Yeah, that's true.
Card game with it.
Yeah.
No. But while visiting my hometown, my parents' house, I rediscovered all my old Pokemon cards and ended up having some pretty valuable ones in there, apparently.
What's going on with that?
Nothing yet. Just hanging on to them. Adam's eyeballing a couple of the ones that I found in my collection.
Listen, Zach hasn't seen these cards for years. Doesn't care about these cards. And now he's holding them hostage.
I got a couple of them that are worth some good money, so.
Actually, he definitely has one really good one, for sure, that I want.
The Umbreon card?
Yeah.
Yeah. Found a Umbreon that Adam really wants. Yes. So I'm thinking about that. I don't know if he has the $50 that I'd want to charge him for it. Your go-to brands. I thought it was going to be a question about bands. I got excited there for a second, but brands for tools, paints, and aftermarket accessories.
I mean, if the tool works, honestly, I don't really have a go-to.
Yeah.
I just have if I need a tool, I'll look and get a tool.
I can't think of an experience where I got a tool and then I was like, well, I can't say I'm happy with this tool brand now because of the tool. So yeah, pretty much anything that you can find is going to be good. As far as aftermarket accessories, I mean, I like Kotobukiya's option parts a lot. It's probably my favorite that I use the most. But I mean, the 3D printed like detail parts and stuff that we sell here, I use those from time to time too. Those are really good. That's like if you want like really sharp, crisp details. So it just kind of depends on what you're looking for. Zach just got crushed boxes in his delivery video. Yes. How does USA Gundam deal with the receipt of crushed products?
So we don't return anything usually. I think I've ever returned one time ever.
You mean like when we get a delivery from a distributor of crushed boxes? I think he's talking about like what if a customer receives their order and the box is crushed or something.
Oh, I mean, you send an email to customer support, depending on if the item is damaged or not, we can give you some sort of discount or, I mean, we'll need pictures of the outside, like, we'll need proof. A lot of times now postal companies now take pictures so we can look at that and see if the box was actually stepped on or something like that. But, we'll usually
they don't leave, nothing leaves here crushed. So yeah, that's the thing. That's what kind of makes it difficult. I mean, if it's a crush, say we get something from a manufacturer and we've sold them all pre-order, because this actually happened recently with a third-party item from time to time. Yeah,
right. Well, and unfortunately, they're all sold out. We can't get more, so we'll send you an email saying, "Hey, this is what the product looks like." We'll send you pictures. We'll tell you if anything's damaged, if nothing's damaged, and we'll offer you different options to pick. You can get a refund. You can get, part of the money back if you want to get the item, different things like that but we try to let you know. Do things ship with like a little ding? Yes, I'm sure that's happened, but your box isn't going to be crushed or stepped on or massively damaged, things like that. But if, someone's picking it and it falls and like the corner gets a little ding in it,
that's usually not even the case. It's usually just from the actual shipping to us.
Yeah.
And
most of the damage comes when it's getting
from the shipping companies. Yeah. So like I would say if anything gets damaged, from production to customer, it's with the shipping companies. Correct. Either getting to us or getting to you. Yeah. So there's very, very little damage that would ever happen here within this space.
We're not running around with bats hitting everything, but yeah.
No. And Yeah, like I said, and I think most companies too, as well, as far as I know, all consider the box is not a part of the item, it's the contents. So if the contents inside are safe, most companies, again, that I know of, will say like the box is, sorry, kind of not really too much that you can do about that. But yeah, like you said, it's just kind of sometimes, if we got 100 of the kit in and like 5 of them are damaged, all 100 are sold, those 5 will give the people options.
Yeah.
And say
it usually comes down to who ordered them last.
Mm-hmm.
You got the last 5. Unfortunately, those are the ones that we'll contact and be like, "Hey,
that's all that we have left available."
Well, if we can get replacements, we will. But most like third-party kits are very hard to get replacements for.
Mm-hmm. There has been, I feel like, a couple of times where we got just like some spare boxes.
Right. We've gotten that before. It's like usually like the in-air kits, we usually can get replacements. But like this was like a figure of what's your name from the original Gundam? Blonde hair.
Sayla?
Yeah, Sayla.
Oh yeah, those ones that we just got in.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, like we can't get replacements of those. That company's not making. They're so far beyond. Making those anymore. So
right. Yep. So all right. Let's get in 1 or 2 more here. Let's see. Did you personally ever build a Gundam model kit that you hated after you finished it?
Yeah.
What?
It's not here.
Oh.
I started working on a what was it? It was actually a resin kit. It was like a dress-up kit. So you had to get the what'd you have to get? It wasn't the Camphor. It was the Mark II, but you had to get the Titans color one, not the original one, because something with the inner frame is different. Yes, it is different because I got the wrong one and it didn't fit the dress-up kit. Yes,
that seems odd. I can imagine if it's like the 1.0 versus the 2.0. But between the Titans and the AUG version, I would not imagine that any part of the frame would be different. I think it's
the chest.
Okay.
It was different. And it drove me crazy.
Okay.
Unless I was just retarded.
We'll check. But all right, here's another question here before we do our giveaway. Gojira fan asks, when's the next Gunpla roast? That was way too funny, and I think it's way overdue for a sequel.
How long ago did you make that one?
It's
been like...
That's going way back.
Yeah.
The trouble is, I agree that it's a great idea in theory. I'm just not really... I'm not a good roaster, I feel like. I'm not confident in my roasting skills.
You were roasting people's builds, weren't you?
Yeah.
That could also come off as a little...
Well, that's the whole idea. I mean, like, I made very clear that, like...
Did you do it with Josh?
With Julio.
Julio.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. So, I mean, Julio's a fun guy. So, I mean, it's not like I have it's not like I don't want to do it because anything to do with Julio. It's because of me.
Right.
I don't feel confident in my roasting abilities. And so I feel like where it's a good idea, I don't think I'm really the best one to do it. But I don't know. I feel like it's easy for me to, like, I can be mean and criticizing, but roasting's like a different thing, right? You have to be like comedic about it.
Yeah.
And that's where I just don't have that skill, I guess.
He's not funny.
Yes. Very dry. I don't know. But I'll think about that. I don't know. Okay. Giveaway time. Let's do it. Let's see. Let me put this on screen. Okay. So we've got our 3 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. YouTube, where we had 66 comments this time around.
Oh.
Aha! 3.
Wow.
Easy. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3. Yay. There you go. YouTube is where I went last. We actually didn't go through much of these yet. What?
The name.
What?
The name.
The name of this winner? Bust a nut. Bust a nut 33. Congratulations.
Yay!
What a
congrats.
name. All right. Yes. Let's just read this here comment too from Bust a Nut, who said,
cracks me up every time.
you know, I've been enjoying these third-party Gunpla kits. Well, not Gunpla per se, but sure. Yes, we get what you mean. Will you continue to look out and sell these future kits? They're really getting better and more amazing these days. Bandai has to step up their game and give the people what they asked for. And that's high res, high res, highly detailed model kits out of the box. So there is the question. Yeah, I was going to say there is the question. There is, will you continue to sell these kits? So yes, absolutely, we'll continue to sell them.
Continue looking and getting what the
and we'll definitely, I think, also notice, or at least anyway, we've noticed and we've talked about how definitely the quality is improving. Yeah, like in the early days of companies making these type of kits, I mean, like they were kind of hit or miss, and so a lot of people were kind of hesitant. They'd seen like some kits are better than others, but these days they seem to be pretty universally pretty nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
But send us a email to support@usagundamstore.com with you logged into your YouTube account. We don't need anything else other than that, and the address you want us to ship it to. So congratulations, Mr. Bussanut. And
Adam's gonna change his Minecraft screen name to Bussanut now.
So did I ever tell you about Matt?
No. Maybe.
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
His gamer tag was
gamer tag. That's what it is, not screen name, right? I'm stuck
tag.
in the AOL days. So we're doing another Gunpla roast. All right, Chris. Maybe Chris will join me. I feel like Chris is, sorry to say, Chris, similar to me, a little too nice and a little not enough. We need a little bit more of like a Julio's energy. He's got the right energy for that. So I don't know. We'll see. Anyway.
Thank you guys so much for everything. Without you guys, we could not do what we do. So thank you for your support. And
Yes. All right. Yeah. Thank you guys. I missed this question here. Zeta asked any of them graded, asking about my Pokemon cards. No, that's one of the reasons why I've not sold that card to Adam yet, because I'm thinking about getting it graded, which he doesn't like. But I'm thinking about it. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.